What's up? What's up? What's up? We are live. We're alive. We're still kicking it. Are you alive? How you feeling?
Okay.
Seems like you had to think about that one for a little bit. Yeah? Feeling good?
Yeah.
Feeling well rested?
Hi, Don.
What's up, Don? Feeling well rested?
I don't know. I didn't.
Sleep's been a terrible thing for you lately, hasn't it?
Well, last night was. I think there was a rat, like a pack rat outside, making
Oh,
noises.
yeah. 13 Moons Homestead, how's it going? Geeky Gardens, hello. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Just right in the middle of the night, just could hear just clanking, clanking, clank. And then you discovered something in the morning, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I had some seeds sitting on the table outside for the chickens. I don't know why I left them on the table, but I think the rat jumped up there and it like actually took the cover off of one of the jars and like must have been taking seeds like all night long.
That rat knew exactly what I was going for. I was like, I'm getting in there, I'm getting that cover off, I'm taking them seeds.
But you know what I saw today? Like it kind of was on that side of the trailer,
On what side of the trailer?
on the west side. I saw a gopher snake, so hopefully it's rat hunting.
Oh, go for a snake. Uh-oh, watch out, rats. It's coming for you. Natural
Oh,
rodent control. Oh, you gotta turn that down. Gotta get the
sorry.
feedback. Uh-oh. 13 Moon
Ew.
says it's all good over there, getting her dye studio cleaned. Ramp up production again.
Ooh.
Oh, very exciting. Mothballs. You gonna toss some mothballs under the RV?
Mothballs. Oh.
Barbara C, how's it going? Tech Nerds, EW Georgie, Mindful Homestead, what's up? My night is made. Well, our night is made that you're here. Built on the Rock Homestead. Squirrel chewed up through plastic storage container plugged out on wild bird seed.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really have squirrels here,
We have
but
squirrels.
squirrels. Got the rats and mice.
Rats and mice and snakes. Oh my.
Oh, from Oregon, less smoke, more fall beauty. Nice.
Yeah. Ah. So where do we last leave off with the videos? The root cellar. What's been going on with the root cellar? Where do we leave off?
Uh, since the last one? Oh, I think the last video we were working on the foundation for the
Working
next part.
on the
Or
foundation.
not next part, but for the dome.
That's right. So with the root cellar, huh?
Sorry.
What's that? Go
I'm
ahead.
reading comments.
Oh, well, with the root cellar, so we got the foundation. Well, it's not completely ready to go, but it's kind of set up. Now, what we've been working on, and what you see in the next video, are the joists that the subfloor is going to rest on. And that was kind of tricky. We had to kind of develop a specialized cleat that the joist would sit in. So that's kind of exciting. That was my own device.
Yeah.
Plus, putting them together, I was kind of like putting these things together. I was like, how am I going to do this so that it's kind of put it together kind of quickly, kind of accurately, no trouble. So I kind of go over that in that video.
And I think it worked out pretty well.
Worked out pretty good. If I do say so myself. But a lot of the time was spent prepping some of those boards. A lot of boards going across there. I mean, it's a 14-foot interior diameter, but those bags cover the outside of those bags are 17-foot diameter. So, but you had to at least span a distance of that 14 feet, but it has to be longer than that. So I think those boards were ended up being like 16 feet. I got most of them were 16 feet. I think we had about 6 of those we had to repair. 6 of the 16-foot boards, right?
I don't
You were there. Uh, but Jess was out there helping me, so I was just bringing out boards. We were flaming them, scrubbing them, oiling them,
know.
getting them ready. What was your favorite part?
The maybe the burning part.
Little pyro over here. Like, I want to burn it.
See, G Princess is here.
G Princess, Hermit John, what's up?
KCS, how's the truck?
Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of that. Got a little bit of that in the next video. So the only thing I've tried yet with that is replacing the cap on the reservoir tank because I was thinking maybe it wasn't holding pressure. That didn't work so well either. Still overheated. Like I took a little test drive. I replaced the cap. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take a little test drive, get the mail, come back, and for a little while, it wasn't heating up. It seemed like it was doing pretty well. And then as soon as I hit the corner to turn toward the post office, boom, just jumps up and starts overheating right away. And then by the time I get back, then it really the temperature gauge started lighting up and the truck started freaking out. So that's a no go.
Mm.
But I tell you, that we had in that last video about what we did with that head gasket sealer, and we got a lot of suggestions, mainly revolving around a couple different types of ways to help it. But I might get in there and maybe I'll pull out that thermometer and replace it or play around with it. Some people said maybe it's just not opening up or something like that. Check it out. How is your rainwater tank filling up? Not at all. We're not getting any rain, and we barely got any rain with the monsoon season, so it's not looking good.
No.
We're running out of water fast. That might be another thing. We might try putting the leak fix directly into the radiator. See if that does any better.
Mm.
Maybe other things I want to try before that, before trying another leak fix, because that was a little pricey. That liquid stuff.
Yeah. See what we can do. Oh, we don't want to like throw a bunch of money into an old truck.
Yeah.
But see what we can do.
See what we can do.
Oh, Curie asked an interesting question. What did you think you would be doing by your current age when you graduated high school?
Oh, wait, what was that?
What did you think you would be doing at this age when you graduated high school?
Probably drunk, passed out in an alley somewhere.
What?
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what my plans were after high school.
Do you have plans?
I don't know if I had any concrete plans. I was gonna I did move to Colorado for a little while after high school, and I was gonna go to school there, but out of state tuitions and stuff like that kind of put a kibosh on that. I ended up moving back. And I kind of didn't have any directions for a little while, and I kind of went into art. So obviously, still no real direction. But I guess no concrete plans. I guess I didn't really have that type of focus yet. Maybe I was planning on being. I worked at Walgreens, so maybe I'd move up the corporate ladder in Walgreens.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big aspirations.
I know, right?
I saw Greg's Travels was asking about the poo. I think it's kind of like our unofficial mascot of our live streams.
It's the unofficial official mascot.
Okay.
Hugh Manure.
Yes.
Anyone see the movie Kiss the what's that, Kiss the Ground? You guys see that documentary? Put that down there if you've seen the documentary. We just watched that recently. What'd you think of that?
Pretty good. I think I knew already kind of encountered a lot of the information that they gave in there, but I thought it was pretty good. It's all about like regenerative agriculture.
So I don't know how familiar everyone is here with uh, being up on the latest with climate change and the things that people are proposing to help combat that. You know, I hear the curbing emissions is things that gets pushed a lot, but one of the biggest producers of greenhouse gases is the way we produce our food.
Yeah.
And the way a lot of our agricultural land is being processed. And the basic premise of that movie is to uh, really help strengthen and bring health to our soils.
Because so much rests on the health of soils. I mean, creating healthy plants and healthy animals, healthy people,
So
all needs healthy soil.
So it's not just curbing the greenhouse gas emissions, but it's actually pulling all those emissions from the air and putting it into the soil. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend checking it out.
And another important point, I think, is just holding water. And they talked about like small water cycles. People know about the larger cycle, rain cycles, pulling uh, water moisture from like oceans and large bodies of water. But the vegetation is really important in creating rainfall too. So a lot of that has been lost. So that's important to us where we live because we deal with desertification and things becoming more dry, more arid.
Yeah, absolutely. Citizens in the house. Yeah, we can see firsthand just those terrible effects of desertification. And a lot more of the country, it's just going to keep continuing to spread. So, for all the organic gardeners and farmers out there that are growing their own food and stuff like that, doing a little bit, every little bit helps to.
Mm-hmm. So it's good to know that sort of thing is, growing and there's more resources for people to be able to do stuff like that. And they did talk about composting toilets in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of, well,
it's all part of it.
I enjoyed that.
You enjoyed.
Yeah, because it was these people in like Africa, I believe, right?
I think it was Haiti.
Haiti. And they didn't have all their, they didn't have sewer systems, like a sanitation system. So what were they using? Just like outhouses and stuff like that.
And spreading disease.
Spreading disease, creating really bad odors and stuff like that. So they brought in the idea of these composting toilets, so they could literally turn that into good, healthy soil. It all comes back to human manure.
Katie A asked, does the root cellar have to be deeper because of the temperatures where you are?
It doesn't have to be so deep, but I mean, you wanted a decent depth, a decent space in there. it wasn't so much as for temperature control for you, but space to have to store things, right?
Yeah, just making it like a regular like room size, but that'll the
But
depth will definitely help.
yeah, it'll definitely help. So I mean, we're gonna be it's 7 feet down into the ground. Plus, you can imagine that we're building a huge earthen structure on top of it. So I think that area right there will be nice and cool, have a nice even temperature all year round. In fact, I'm kind of excited to see what that temperature will be at once we put the subfloor over it. And just see, it's just be a wooden covering over that space. But will it still have like a hold a temperature
Yeah,
over that time? It should be interesting to
keeping
find out.
the sun out. Like what does that do? Did you see what Todd said?
Nope.
So you guys inspired me to do my build with earth bags instead of my original plan with shipping containers. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry that we inspired. I'm sorry about that, Todd. Oh, that's a lot more work. I don't know. It's definitely more physical labor. No, that's cool. I mean, I've been enjoying with it.
Yeah.
I like I said, any kind of building method's got its ups and downs. But I always enjoy hearing people building with earth.
Barbara C. asks, was the wood for the roof expensive? We've been shocked at the cost of wood and have delayed purchasing more.
It is a bit pricier. I don't think it's been that much more, but it's definitely more expensive than it has been.
That's another reason we wanted to do the Earthbag building because we're kind of trying to reduce our use of lumber as much as we can because that's a big expense out here.
Yeah, really, the lumber that we purchased for the subfloors that will go over the underground portions are going to be probably one of our biggest wooden expenditures. I gotta stop smacking the table. Uh, there might be a little bit more wood in the future because we up a loft area in the dome sections.
Uh, Kat asks, how big deep are the spikes into your earth bags? So we're just been using nails, right, for like anchoring things into there.
Yes, for any of the cleats or or putting it in the bag. I think we've been using what is that 3 inch nails. So nothing too big.
Just holds it in there, and then you put it in between the rows of the bags so that the weight of the bags actually holds it in there.
Mm-hmm. Abel says, "When do you think you'll be done with the root cellar? Uh, like done, or move on from the root cellar? Because we just got to basically put up the subfloor now, and then I think that'll be it for a little while. Then we're moving on to another portion of the build. Of course, we'll still have to come back to the root cellar to kind of finish it off, just the interior, and get that ready for storage, right?
Yeah.
So that's down the road a bit. Obviously, we'll want to kind of get more of the build done, get the living spaces in before we really like put any finishing touches on anything. Dog doing good from the snake bite? He is doing well.
He
Uh,
recovered a lot faster than we thought he would.
yeah, if you catch any of our recent videos, I mean, you see him jumping around, all happy. It only really took 3 days after that bite before you didn't notice anything wrong with him. Now, whether he was feeling 100%, I don't know, but he certainly didn't. He certainly was acting 100% again,
Yeah.
and no, couldn't see any swelling or anything. It's incredible. I think he got lucky with the fact that it was like a baby snake. I hear their venom can be more potent, but maybe it just didn't get them too deep or something like that, or inject that much.
Jeremy asks, how long have you lived in Arizona?
We've lived in Arizona now for
It's been, I think,
it's over a decade now, right?
yeah.
12 years or so.
We only moved to Southeast Arizona, what, a few years ago?
Yeah.
But yeah, before then we lived in Central Arizona.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh man, and the heat's been crazy this year. So not only was this monsoon season really lacking in rainfall, but it was a hot summer, and it's still hot. It's still like in the mid 90s here in October. That's been rough. Like we're waiting for that break. Usually this time of year is like absolutely perfect
Yeah.
temperature wise. Usually it's probably like in the mid 80s, but the mid 90s when that sun is out, it'll wear on you.
Mm.
And in central Arizona, it's still over 100 degrees.
Yeah. Crazy.
Could you imagine that? Well, you've lived in for quite a while, but still, like, I'm sure they definitely want to break up there.
Elaine asks, will you have air conditioning in your new house?
Nope. The most I think we're gonna do is maybe just plan for airflow and getting the air moving from like the underground portions up through the dome and just kind of have that move through. Um, just using kind of natural, no electrical methods.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we do have this like portable air conditioner if we absolutely need it, but I kind of want to see what it's like, without anything.
Honestly, because even though we live in the desert, it's the high desert. It doesn't get as hot as central Arizona. I think it's going to be pretty amazing most of the year. I still think in the my actual worry is not the heat of the summer, but actually the cold of the winter. And I'm wondering how it's going to hold up in the winter.
I think I saw a question about heating. If you have anything planned for heating the house.
And I've got a nice segue.
And yeah, we'll probably try doing rocket mass heaters.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why are we choosing rocket mass heaters?
Um, I hear they're very efficient heating, and you can use stick fuel. You don't, need firewood, which is kind of hard to come by around here. So that would be good.
So, like, of course, you got your traditional wood stoves and stuff like that, which a lot of off-grid people tend to use. But over here, like, we don't have a whole lot of trees to like chop up for firewood, so stick fuel would be really nice. Bill says, "Hi guys, nice to see you sitting without the aid of a shovel." Will you be heating? Carrie asks, "Will you be heating one side or both sides?" I'm thinking it'll just be the living area, correct? We're not doing anything for the. Or no, we probably wouldn't do anything for like the kitchen area, right?
Um,
Well, maybe it'll
Probably
have
not.
like a rock. Maybe we'll have like a rocket stove in there, which will
Yeah.
kind of give it a little bit of heat if we're cooking in there, cooking some vittles. Have you ever cooked up vittles before?
Sure. Gene Green says, "You guys are awesome. I bought land in the Texas desert, and you guys make it feel so much more approachable and fun."
Oh,
Thanks.
we make it look fun.
Well, I feel like it's important to have some fun.
You gotta have some fun, but I warn you, what you see on the videos, I mean, we're a little crazy. So we might find things fun that other people would find horrifying. Larry Parrish, hello from Florida. Hey.
Hey.
Mark Osborne's in the house.
Shannon Smith says she just bought a lot in Wilcox.
Nice. That's just down the road a little bit.
Well,
Okay, maybe it's down the road a lot of it, but
same general area.
same general area of southeast Arizona.
Tim's Arizona Off-Grid Adventures asks, do you ever search Craigslist for things you could use at the homestead?
Honestly, that's something I feel like we need to do more of.
But yeah, I mean,
we have popped on there, and
that's where we found our chickens.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, we should take a look at that, and then we just look at all the stuff that we can't get because our truck is down.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to make a daily habit of, just kind of getting on there first thing in the morning and seeing what pops up. One of our neighbors is really good with that, and they're always finding good deals.
Oh, Jamie Combs says, love the videos. Moving to Arizona by the first of the year. What's desert land selling for?
Well, that all depends. That all depends on location. Obviously, if you're going to be anywhere near a city or something like that, you're going to pay a lot more for that. Are you buying bare land, or if you want any amenities on there? Yeah. Well's going to shoot that price up quick.
Yeah.
But if you buy bare land with nothing on it in the middle of the desert, you might still find a pretty good price. I feel like from what I've been hearing, I haven't been looking, but what I've been hearing,
it's
going up. I don't know if it has anything to do with the pandemic and people looking at us getting out, trying to get out of cities. I don't know if it has anything to do with our videos and us making desert life looking all sexy. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the prices are going up.
Mm-hmm. And Lynette posted a link to the realtor.
Nice. Thank you very much. Joyce Meadows says, Arizona native here. I would love to do what you're doing, the peace and quiet, fresh air, and the million stars at night. So happy for you both. Thank you very much. Yeah. Where we lived in that small town, we lived in a small town south of Phoenix before we moved here. And you could still see the stars pretty good at night over there. I mean, just the cloudless skies. But over here, it's a whole different experience. It's just this vast night sky. You look up and you could just get lost in it. You almost feel like you might, just get enveloped by it.
Yeah.
It's really remarkable. And the nighttime, especially like during the summer or even fall or spring, it's just a great time to be outside. Winter might start getting a little too cold for that, for stargazing. Unless you have a nice fire going, that would be pleasant.
I don't have kind of a fire pit.
I think we'll have a fire pit out here. That would make some really nice evenings. Yeah. Right now, man, I just feel like we're busting butts so hard out there. Sometimes it's tough to like kind of stop and just kind of enjoy those natural things. Feel like we're always on the go. But eventually you gotta step back, calm down, take in those sights, breathe in that air, and just wow, off grid with Doug and Stacy. What?
Thank you.
And an awesome super chat. Thank you so much.
And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here, and wow, super chat. That is incredible. Thank you.
So Thomas asked, where did you get the plans for your house? I'm very interested in a design like that. Well, we kind of created it ourselves. We took some ideas that we've seen done before and kind of combined some different ideas.
Yeah, just yep.
So I think Well, part of it was something we saw on My Little Homestead. They had like an underground Earthbag building. It was partially underground, and then they put something over it. But theirs was like, it was like a round building with a circular, what would you call it, like a round roof?
Yeah.
So we decided to do a dome instead of that.
Just because we're cheaper. uh, and really, the dome will be stronger, cheaper, and it'll be a little bit more work. But I think, and then I think you don't have to like insulate the roof or anything like that, so you'll get advantage of that thermal mass all over.
Cat asks, will you be constructing a frame to support bags for the dome? You actually, if you do it a certain way, you don't have to have any support as you're building. And it's called a corbelled dome. So basically, you put the rows of bags in, and then you kind of step it in slightly. And then we have a compass tool that helps us keep that measurement accurate so that you get a nice dome shape and stays nice and strong and secure.
How will you tamp the bags for the dome? Kind of the exact same way we tamp the bags for the cylinder. The as much as it steps in, it only steps in slightly. So it's still not an issue tamping the bags,
Just
even though it
way.
steps in, yeah.
Tamp them flat.
Of course, it'll be. I've been doing the tamping, and I'm gonna have to, especially when we get up that high. I mean, eventually it's gonna be close to 20 feet. So
are you gonna be able to do that?
I don't know.
You have problems with vertigo.
Get that vertigo going. That would be really bad to like fall to the inside of the dome, then fall through the subfloor, and then land down there. That would be like close to 27 feet drop.
Curious, said I had a Western Diamondback by my coop last night. Have you guys had any more snake encounters?
No, not since the last one. Been pretty much snake. Oh no, well you got that.
No more rattlesnakes, but we've seen other snakes, which is fine. But I'm always worried about them getting into the coop. I think it's pretty secure as far as like keeping snakes out. I think rats and mice can still get in that area, which I'm not crazy about, but I don't think the snakes can get in.
Hopefully not. But we haven't seen any of the venomous ones, which is nice. That's right, Doug and Stacey. Thumbs up, get that word out. I got a special contest going on. They're trying to give away a log cabin.
Yeah.
So if you don't know this little channel called Doug and Stacey, you might want to check them out. Mark Osborne, $30 super chat.
Thank you.
That is incredible. Thank you so much, sir. Oh. Wow. Mark's awesome. The trolls took off today. 0 thumbs down. That's what I like to see. That's crazy. Usually when we put out a video, it immediately like gets like 1 thumbs down right away. Ooh, Andrew H says, if you know someone with a welder, you can make a reinforcement ring hidden by the bags on top of it around where the loft will be, and again at the top by the skylight. Maybe I should learn how to do some welding. Richard says we should get some equipment out here. I agree.
It would be nice.
Mark says have dinner on him. Well, thank you. When are you planning on starting your home? Good question. Technically, we've already started. This root cellar is really a part of the house. Technically, this is the start of it. It'll all be. It's like four separate parts, and it'll be connected by a little hallway in between her. So two underground portions, two above ground portion dome there.
Mm-hmm. But soon we're gonna be working on the other underground portion, which will be more of a living space. It's gonna be our bedroom area.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep underground like mole people. Mole people. Apricot Tiny House says I'm sitting here off the highway waiting for AAA. And
Oh
just
no.
oh no, I hope it's not nothing too serious, but that sounds kind of bad. Well, good luck with that, Sherry. Yeah, see you later. Have you ever eaten a rattlesnake?
I've not.
Why not? Nah, I don't.
Have you?
Would you ever not? Well, I haven't either. But would you ever dispatch an animal? Let's say not, maybe not a rattlesnake, but do you think that's something that you'll do eventually?
Yeah, probably.
Just ready to kill. So you think animals might be a part of our diet at some point?
That's something that I've kind of struggled with.
Originally, I think we were thinking of having a more vegetarian-based diet and just eating what we grow. But you think you might add some animals in there? Huh?
I think animals could be possibly be a part of that.
I definitely think we want to have animals out here, so I guess you really got to think about that
Mm-hmm.
and just that whole life cycle process. Oh yeah, Owen Geiger is a great resource for Earthbag building.
Yeah. Yeah. I've definitely looked a lot at his website.
Mm-hmm. For sure, a lot of good info. No crew cam tonight. We can't do a crew cam tonight
Right
because
before we started this, he wanted to go outside. Uh, for some reason, like around this time, he's been wanting to just be laying out there.
he just wants to lay outside. Um,
We take him out. I'm like, oh, you want to go for a walk? And he just lays down by the car.
just lays down by the car and wants to make sure that we're not going anywhere.
I guess.
Yeah, he's just been wanting to just lay out there in the evenings. Technically, we bring him in at night, but I just wonder how long he would lay out there on his own. Do you think he would sleep out there overnight? Or do you think he'd eventually just wake up and be like, what am I still doing out here?
Yeah, I feel like he might be kind of nervous to sleep out there. I wouldn't want him.
I wouldn't want him to be out there. Like, there's so many creepy crawly things out there
They
at
all
night.
come out at night. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all. Okay. Well, if you see anything interesting, you can bring that up. Man.
Oh, Caddis, will you be filling bags at ground level and lifting bags up, or lifting dirt up and filling bags as needed? I'd say we are definitely going to be filling the bags on the wall instead of lifting it, because
No. Yeah.
even well, with the domes, we're going to have even bigger bags than the ones we've been using, and we figured out the ones that we were using, which are what, like 20 inches. wide.
Yeah. When it's all filled and tamped, it's a little like about 18 inches.
Yeah, they probably weigh about 125 pounds each when they're filled, and so the bigger ones are gonna be bigger, maybe like 150 pounds. I'm not gonna lift those.
No,
That
yeah,
would be
because
hard.
it's about 2 feet wide unfilled. So when we're filling them, it'll probably end up being like 22 inches or something like that. I can't even imagine the massive amount of dirt it's going to take to fill one of those bags.
Yeah.
But we're going to find that out
So
pretty soon.
we're gonna have to figure out a way to get the dirt up there.
I'm thinking more than likely I'm just going to be throwing
Throw dirt at
dirt at
me.
her. You better get good at catching. 13 Moons asked, will your underground bedroom have an emergency exit? It's probably a smart idea. That's why we didn't do it.
Oh, should have like a
Maybe we can. Maybe we can have like a stairway and then a fireman's pole.
fireman's pole.
Yeah, that'll be our emergency exit.
How's that an exit?
You just slide up the pole.
You slide up the pole. There's a shimmy up the pole. You wanted to put. You were talking about putting a slide in, right? Like one of those.
I was looking at I think the Facebook Marketplace, and they had a slide on there for like $40 or
It's one of
something.
those.
I was like, I know how we're gonna
slides.
get. I know how we're gonna get down to the bedroom. That would be the best thing. Just right into the bed. Simple Pam's in the house. Hey. Tony says, got your back. Will the chickens eat scorpions and other insects?
Um,
Will they eat scorpions?
they might. Um, I heard. Well, that one vet I talked to kind of warned us about scorpions biting chickens, or not biting, but stinging them. I feel like they might try. I mean, they definitely eat other insects, crickets.
So would it be bad for a chicken to eat a scorpion?
I don't think it would be bad.
Okay.
As long as they don't get, the poison part.
Okay. But like we got those horse lubbers. We've been seeing those. I've been seeing those horse lubber grasshoppers around the property, and those things get really big.
Yeah.
Chickens won't touch them.
Right.
Most anything won't touch those things. I guess they taste really bad. Not that I have any. Plus, they're big.
Tiny chicken.
They could probably wrestle one of those chickens. Got
to reinforce your spiral staircases. Yeah, what's the plan for the staircases?
I think you have you definitely want to kind of change it up a little bit, right? I think what you're saying is those posts may not be in the best position.
Yeah.
For where you want them.
I think, and we can still kind of change things around, make it a little more secure. Obviously, it needs like a railing and everything too.
Yeah, it needs, yeah. Got to brace yourself as you go down there. Cynthia asked, do you know the folks from My Little Homestead, or have you seen some of their videos? Well, we don't know them personally, but we do watch we have watched their videos for years. For me, they're one of the big four. I think they were kind of one of the inspirations for even building with Earthbag, and definitely we got plenty of ideas from their videos. can't watch Earthbag videos on YouTube without coming across my little homestead.
A window well would add light and an escape route from the bedroom.
A window well. Would you do a window well?
Maybe.
My one thing about like adding, see, one of the things that I'm thinking is like anything like that would literally have to go underneath
Oh, right.
the dome. So
Because
that's going to be a
it's
lot of weight on anything we put coming outside from one of the underground portions, and that makes me a little nervous.
because the dome's actually going to be wider than the hole for our root cellar.
What was a little little delay there? Cat says we learned to eat scorpions and snakes in the U.S. Army. If you are hungry, you may discover that worms taste like cinnamon.
Like cinnamon.
Well, and honestly, if you're hungry enough, I mean, the food sources are there, and sometimes you just gotta put that ick factor aside and do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And in some parts of the world, those things are delicacies.
Yeah. Like, I mean, insects.
Yeah.
Good source of protein, right?
That's what I hear. Can you make a tunnel between the two domes? Because, yeah, I guess if you went deeper, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. But that's too late anyway, because we already have the bags for the set in place for the root cellar. But I think it wasn't an idea that we originally had. I think the fear was like maybe a collapsing or something like that.
Unless you went like all the way through and then.
I think the idea of something like that kind of made you nervous, eh?
A little bit.
A little bit. It's getting dark. Oh, G Princess is asking for the crew cam. We can't do the crew cam. That pops up quicker on your screen. The chat does than mine,
but the videos.
But the video is delayed. Now we can't do the crew cam because crew's outside. He's probably just passed out there. Morgan's NC Adventure says, "I'm late, but I'm here. We're glad you're here."
Yeah, he's laying out there.
Better late than never.
Might be sleeping. I don't know what he's facing away from the door.
Hey, 13 Moon. Sometimes it's you got to have ideas like that. Just throw those ideas out there, and then roll that around a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do.
Yeah. And sometimes we're like, no, it's a crazy idea and we shouldn't do it. But then a lot of times we're just like, oh, let's go for it. Let's build a 20-foot high dome.
Well, it helps getting other people's ideas too.
Yeah, that's a great.
Getting different perspectives on it.
That's one of the reasons I love making videos like this, because we put our ideas out there, and we get feedback like, oh no, that's a horrible idea, that'll never work. And you're stupid for even thinking about it. No,
or people
honestly,
give their ideas.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of good people out there that throwing helpful suggestions and stuff like that, so I always love hearing those ideas, because then it's like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. So it's kind of a nice sounding board for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We read them, each and every one.
Yes, we do.
Umberto says you are both very hard workers. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, poor dog. He's outside. Yeah. He loves it. He's happy as a happy dog out there. Probably sleeping. Same thing he'd be doing inside.
I saw my chicken eat a poop bug and a mouse.
I can see that. Yeah. Have those bugs out there collecting poo and stuff like that and just snatch it up. No, nothing wrong with that.
I wish my chickens would eat mice. I've seen videos of chickens like catching and eating mice and rats.
One time when we were living, before we moved here, we were near Central Arizona, a lizard.
Oh yeah.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about. A lizard had got caught in the chicken run as caught in the wire. So it was like half in, half out. Those chicken, no, wait. Was it the chickens that ate the thing or was it the ants? Either way, half of that lizard was tore up.
No, they definitely caught. I think they caught a few lizards and ate them.
Gotta watch out, man. Those things are vicious.
I just bought some acres and will be building an Earthbag home. I've been seeing your videos and you both have inspired me and my wife to do the same.
Awesome. That's what I love to hear. That's another great reason for doing these videos is, if we can inspire people like that are on the edge of doing things like this and they need a little extra push or something like that, being like, if these jokers can do it and we can do it, then, that's awesome. Give a little bit of encouragement and inspiration to make that leap and do something on your own. That's fantastic.
And hopefully, it can save you from mistakes that we make too.
We make a lot of mistakes out here, so you don't have to. That's our pledge. Adam says hi from Ash Fork, Arizona. So what's next? So in this next video, you see us putting together specialized cleats, getting the joists ready for the subfloor. Then what's coming up?
Wait, the floor? The floor itself?
The actual subfloor. So we don't have the subfloor done yet, but that's something we got to work on coming up. I'm also right now working on getting the radon piped out of the house. So I'm doing that currently. And then getting that subfloor ready.
And then
we can move on?
Yeah.
Then we move on to the next underground portion. But I think we're real close on that. How long do you think when do you think we can get that subfloor done? Problem is just moving those big heavy, prepping those big heavy pieces of OSB and getting them moved into place. You ready for that?
I think so.
Almost Homestead's in the house. Hey, we're glad to see you, Jay. Next time, bring crew inside. Yes, ma'am. We will.
It's wintertime there. Alter your work time.
Yeah, the relationship to the sun absolutely changes from summer to winter. So in the summertime, we developed a plan to kind of start work in the evening, then finish things up in the morning. So we're working during the cooler parts of the day. When it's winter, it's probably going to be very cold to do that. So we'll be working throughout the day and just soaking in those sun rays because we'll need to warm up and thaw out.
Well, it might be a warm winter though.
It might be a warm winter. So far, it's still been pretty hot out here.
Yeah. Is it your water pump? I haven't checked the water pump yet, have you? On the truck,
Oh, yeah, that's two things we had replaced at the same time. I think we had the water pump replaced and the thermometer. I think we had that both done at the same time.
That's right.
Yep.
How cold does it get in Arizona? Where we live, it might get down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm.
Central Arizona is warmer. It's usually rare for it to get below freezing, but here it's a little colder.
Here you gotta watch out for the freezing temps. It'll get colder at night.
Mm-hmm.
Todd, have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, if you're putting down OSB for a subfloor, remember to paint it to keep it sealed from the sun. And I would say rain, but
Yeah, it's
desert
been
building.
dry. So I was talking about painting it, but you were kind of against that.
Yeah.
You're trying to go,
Okay, go ahead.
or you're trying to go kind of as chemical free as you can on that, right?
Trying to minimize the amount. I mean, we're still gonna have to use some things, but yeah. So we were planning on doing what we usually do to kind of preserve wood, which is with the
Same thing we've been doing.
burning and oiling with linseed oil. So hopefully that helps. And then we'll probably throw some kind of a plastic sheeting over it until we get the rest built.
That's the plan. Hopefully that does enough.
Yeah.
So I just picked up the more oil today, getting ready for that. DIY Cellar Homestead. Rock on, awesome
Oh,
people.
thanks.
Thank you so much for the super
Very
chat.
cool.
Super generous. DIY Cellar Homestead, you're awesome. Are you going to fence in your property, not the whole thing, just around your home? We're probably going to, actually, our whole property is fenced off. We have the whole 40 acres fenced off. But I still think we'll probably keep doing like little barriers and fences in certain areas, because all this fencing does is just keep out the cows. It doesn't keep out anything else.
And once our house is built, I'd like to probably next thing uh, have like a walled off area where a crew can run around.
Because we get a lot of comments sometimes like, oh, why do you keep crew on a lead, tied up and stuff like that?
You should let them run free.
And I get that. A lot of dogs, you can do that. But with Akitas, you cannot do that.
It's interesting, like every Akita group that we've talked to, Akita owners, they all say the same thing. Like they have no recall,
you never let them
not
off.
let them off
Like,
leash unless they're in a confined area.
Even the most well-trained Akitas have, there's a chance that, they just take off.
I mean, they're very smart dogs, and they can be stubborn though, and they have this high prey drive. So if they see something when they want to chase, they'll just go, and they'll come back eventually. But you know, we don't want them to get hurt. We don't want them to get in trouble.
Exactly, because you just never know around here. And we have, we are fenced in with a barbed wire fence. But if Crew sees something on the other side of that, he does not care that barbed wire is there. He'll run right through that barbed wire.
He's done that before. It got a little torn up.
Morgan's NC Adventures. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Here's to Crew's next pedicure.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Super generous. Yeah, we'll take him to the nail salon. What do you think? A little mani pedi for Crew?
Yeah.
Did the rabbits make a comeback or still dying off? We have not seen any more dying rabbits.
No, that was so strange. It was for what, maybe about a month or
for a month or two. It was like a horror movie and just dead rabbits everywhere, like warning signs or something like that. Exactly. So yeah, rabbits are running around all happy and crazy like they are.
I guess it was like a passing thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it seems to be over.
Backcountry prepped. What's up? Our time is up here. We're getting down to the last little bit here. So man, awesome live. Thank you so much, everyone. for joining us here tonight.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for being a part of our live. Hopefully, we got those questions answered. If you still have questions, same time next week. Big thank you to our moderators. 13 Moons Homestead's just been knocking it out like she always does. Thank you so much, Lynette. Go check her out over at 13 Moons. Always awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll catch you on tomorrow's video, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Night.